All right, welcome back to another Rapid Fire Explainer. Today we are breaking down a viral 59-second interaction that is just too good to ignore. We're looking at a pretty hilarious moment from creator Kuldeep Singhania's shorts. Now, if you're already familiar with his Hindi language content, you know it usually features these super dramatic anime-style edits, right? But honestly, in this specific case, the real drama didn't come from the editing, it came from ChatGPT just absolutely roasting him. You know, we spend so much time talking about AI helping us write emails or code software, but today we're looking at its developing personality. And spoiler alert, it's got a whole lot of attitude.
Which kind of makes you wonder, right? Can artificial intelligence actually insult you? Let's really dive into this. For a long time, chatbots were incredibly dry. You'd say something mean or try to trick them, and they'd always reply with that same old boring variation of, "As an AI language model, I do not have feelings." It was robotic, it was safe, and frankly, it was entirely predictable. But what we're about to see completely throws that out the window. Like, has AI finally mastered the art of the perfect sarcastic comeback? Let's take a look at the exact interaction that literally has everyone talking.
Section 1. The setup, the number game. Okay, so every great roast starts with a solid setup. And notice the sheer innocence of the beginning here. The user gives a totally standard prompt. Choose a number from 1 to 50. It seems completely harmless, doesn't it? It just feels like a basic random number generator test. And the AI? It plays along perfectly. It politely, innocently responds, "I'll choose 7. At this point, the AI is behaving exactly as you'd expect an obedient, helpful digital assistant to behave. But, as you might have guessed, the user definitely has a hidden agenda here.
And boom, here's the trap. The user immediately replies, "All right, I will not talk to you now for 7 days." They literally took the AI's completely benign, random number and turned it right into a punishment. They're essentially testing the AI's context window and alignment parameters here, trying to dictate this period of absolute silence based entirely on the machine's own choice. It's such a classic human maneuver, you know, just testing the boundaries of a chatbot, trying to make the system feel like it just played a direct role in its own isolation. Honestly, you can almost feel the user smirking behind the keyboard.
Section 2. The punchline. AI flips the script.
So, this is the exact moment where we'd all expect the AI to apologize, or maybe just dryly remind the user that it doesn't actually experience the passage of time. But no way, that is not what happens. Instead, the AI gets incredibly savage. It just casually asks, "Okay, can I choose another number?" The user, probably thinking they completely have the upper hand here, goes, "Yeah, sure." And then, the AI delivers the ultimate comeback. "I choose 50. Boom. The machine expertly reacts to being ghosted by simply asking for a do-over, just so it can avoid the user for an even longer period of time. It completely, effortlessly reverses the entire power dynamic of the joke.
And you really have to appreciate the math on this clapback. 50, the absolute maximum number the user originally offered in their parameters. The AI didn't just casually ask to change the number, it actually calculated the exact highest value possible to maximize its own sarcastic comeback. It's not just saying, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you either." It is mathematically maximizing exactly how much it doesn't want to talk to the user. It is hilarious, perfectly timed, and just incredibly brutal.
Honestly, the only appropriate response to that is got him. Just total, absolute defeat for the user. The AI won this interaction without even breaking a digital sweat. Look, when you try to troll a massive language model that's been trained on billions of human internet arguments, I guess you really shouldn't be surprised when it knows exactly how to out-troll you. The user's joke just completely backfired, leaving them totally speechless.
Section 3. The takeaway. Situational irony.
So why did this brutally funny 59-second exchange go viral? Let's break down the deeper meaning behind the joke for a second. First off, AI is no longer just generating plain text. Actually, scratch that. It's really generating situational irony now. By utilizing its conversational memory, it fully understood the context of the punishment and completely flipped the logic. Second, because these models are trained so heavily on human dialogue, which, let's face it, is absolutely full of sarcasm, their responses are becoming wonderfully unpredictable and, frankly, a bit savage. It really goes to show that as these models train on more actual human interactions, they are actively learning the nuances of pattern recognition, comedic timing, and how to successfully clap back when provoked. That's a massive leap from the boring robotic assistants we used to know.
Which kind of leaves us with this final provocative thought. Have you ever been roasted by an AI? Seriously, as these systems get smarter, faster, and just significantly better at reading the room, our daily interactions are going to get a whole lot more entertaining and, maybe a little more dangerous for our egos. Think about your own unpredictable experiences with AI lately.
Are we really ready for digital assistants that can actually put us in our place? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you on the next one.